Thank you
Hey,
so much for being here today. Really
you're
appreciate
welcome,
it.
man. Yeah.
I thought maybe we could just start this chat by just quickly touching on how you and I know one another.
Yeah. So actually, we met 4 days ago, I guess,
Yeah, yeah,
in Junaid's wedding, one of our mutual friends.
yeah.
And yeah, it was a great wedding. I met two great people, I can say.
Thank you.
And yeah, we were there. We had a lot of fun, we can say. And now you are here in Bangalore
Yeah,
shooting a podcast
yeah,
with me. That makes a lot of sense that we are good friends, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
So
We really got along well. I think we met
yeah,
in Goa.
yeah.
Surprising thing is we were both in Australia, but we met in Goa.
Yes.
We, like,
See, I was thinking about that. If I had the chance to meet you in Australia, I would have never missed that. But yeah, unfortunately, we were not able to, you know, catch a lot there. So yeah, but it's good. It's the that we met in Goa, and Goa was the good place also. It's not like that we met in a train or something like that. Yeah,
and I felt like you were one of the few people where like I think we hit it off quite well, and it felt like I'd known
amazing,
you
man.
for a bit longer.
Yeah, man. Like I was thinking too.
Yeah.
When I met you guys, I was thinking, and like when I reached the Goa airport, and I asked Junaid, like, so where the guys are they in the Airbnb or not? It was 7 a.m. in the morning, and Junaid said, yeah, they are gone for surfing. I said, like surfing? These guys are going surfing in the morning in 7 a.m. And again, North Goa, from South Goa to North Goa, you guys travel, man.
Like
Like
1 hour 45 minutes.
yeah, and like we met, and like I guess we hit it off. Yes.
We
Yeah.
did. And it's clear from the days I've known you,
Yeah.
we've spent a lot of time. We've
Lot.
been
Yes.
around Goa, been around Bangalore.
Yeah.
Um, you have some interesting passions,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I do. So I like to do. So my hobby, you can say, I do swimming, and but like I started Hindi poetry, do like writing Hindi poetries, and it's been a while. You can say 2 3 years since I've been writing. Yeah, I did some open mics, like just to test out my poetries, what I'm actually capable of doing things or not. Yeah, but it's good. So these are some things that I've tried off, and I still write. I still do.
Maybe you can talk a little bit about the origins of your poetry, how what sparked the interest.
Yeah. So if I talk about origination, okay. So I did my masters actually. So till my bachelor's, I was like just a random guy, studying normally my subjects and all, passing my exams and all. And after that, I took an admission in masters of computer applications. So it was in Bhopal, India, a very beautiful city actually, and it has a lot of that poetry vibe, you can say. And initially I was not keen into writing these things, but so I shifted to a place called Kohifiza, and so its name says a lot. So I don't remember the meaning of this particular place name, but yeah, it was something like beautiful and all. And so once I started to live there in Bhopal, and I don't know, from somewhere I was getting the vibe that maybe I should write something. And so there was a friend, and yeah, one of my friends was there in Australia. Sorry, not in Australia. We were there in Bhopal only, and then we were talking about our passions and stuff only. At that time, I got I asked her like, what can we do? Like in Bhopal, how's the place? And she showed me the places around the
Mhm,
city and
mhm.
all. We drove together to the places, the old city structures and all. Somehow it gave me a vibe, and I was keen into. Someday I just like woke up and it was 2 a.m. I just wrote one poem. I thought like it will be very cheesy
So something just spoke to
poem.
you. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It was 2 a.m. And I just like woke up and just wrote two lines, something for my own sake. And yeah, it went good. And I thought like, yeah, these are some good lines, I guess. So I'll try to recite to someone. And so I recited to some of my friends, and it went well. They said like, man, this is good, you should try some writing something more. From there it started, and I started to write more and more. I checked my you have to get a validation. So I checked my stuff in some of the Delhi open mics also. So in Mojpur, Delhi Mojpur, there's an area. In Saket also there's an area, you can go for open mics and all. So yeah, it went very good, and I spent a lot of time in writing those. Then there was a phase when I shifted my India job. to on Australian job, we can say. So at that time, I shifted to Australia, but in that phase, I stopped writing because I was getting a lot of work to do, and I was not able to make some time for my poetries and all. So I stopped there. Like I took a pause there, but right now I'm back in India, so I'm writing again.
Your first poem.
My first poem.
Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So my first poem was, you can say, can I recite that first? Yeah,
Please do.
yeah.
That would be lovely.
So it was something like, कहर ढाती थी जब वो अपने जवानी के खून में थी. कहर ढाती थी जब वो अपने जवानी के खून में थी. कयामत तो तब आई जब उसने प्यार करना सीखा. So it goes like,
Can you? Is this the whole poem, or?
no, no, there's more to it. So I won't take, the
I
whole.
would love, if possible, you recite
Yeah, I
the
have to
poem.
take my phone, check
Oh
out my
yes,
phone.
you have to. It's not at the top of your head. No,
No, no, no, I don't remember it. Like these were the two lines that I wrote in the
only those
start.
two.
Yeah, then I extended this whole poem.
Okay, okay.
So,
Can
but
you explain the what this means?
yeah, yeah. So it's something
Yeah.
like, I may not be, going correct with the words, but yeah, the feelings you can get. So we can say, uh, so it's something like, you were amazing when you were in your youngest age, young one age or something like that, and but you're the prettiest when you learn how to love.
Mm.
So when you go by the looks, when you were the youngest, you were the amazing person that, you look everything good and all, but you were the prettiest when you started to love. So,
Oh,
something like
wow.
that, you can say.
So were you going through a phase with someone that inspired you?
uh,
That's
I,
very profound.
yes, yes, yes. So those were the words. I don't know, somewhere it came to my mind and I just like wrote it down. So yeah, it went like that, and I didn't had someone, you can say, in my imagination, maybe I was thinking of someone, but many of my poems went, like along with that person, an imaginative person, you can say. And so if someone will listen to those poems, he or she will definitely think that it is for specific someone, but it's not. Yeah, I can say that.
Your more recent poems, what are they about?
So I started to write poems around secularism. Okay, some topics around that.
About what?
Secularism.
Oh, secularism. Yeah.
Yes, and after that, I wrote something like, around the friendship that we have. Some people we met in life, and like we meet in life, and some people go, and but some people stays. So something like that, philosophical, about the day and night talking to each other. So there was one good one, and the day is talking to the night, and the night is talking to the day.
Wow.
And I wrote this particular poetry when I was traveling in the flight, and it was an evening time, so I could see from the window the evening, the day, and the night as well, the all three phases. It was an amazing.
So that inspired you in a way.
That inspired me a lot. Like, those things, we can say, these are some small things that inspired me a lot.
And why do you choose to write your poems in Hindi and Urdu? Why not English?
Yeah, so firstly, I'm like I tried, so initially I took it from Hindi and Urdu, and I started to learn some Urdu words because I was keen to, you can say. I was loving the language. It has some audacity that, you can't have some in some other language. Maybe you can, but it's like, for my own sake, I started to write in Hindi and Urdu, but I started, in between, I started to write in English also. I was so bad. Honestly, I was so bad. So I took an advice from some very good guy that you should write in Hindi and Urdu only. Please stick to that. So yeah, so yeah, I went in there only. But Urdu has some very, grateful vibe. Like
Oh,
it gives you like some sense of, like it lets you write. You can say.
there's an elegance.
Yeah, there's an elegance like to this own language also. Like, I do not know how many people will relate to me, I'm not sure, but you can say like, since I'm an IT guy, okay, I do not like find friends who are in IT who actually do these kind of stuffs. There's not a lot of people, to be honest. So but when I try to write these and all and everything, so it just like Urdu language, you can say, it lets me keep writing. Whenever you meet a person someday in your life, you don't have to think of, what topics you are going to converse or something like that. So it's like that only. I don't need to think of the lines. Urdu just let me write. It's very philosophical, it's very cheesy thing, but to say,
It's
but yeah.
quite beautiful, and I think that's why people really like Urdu ghazals, Urdu.
Yes.
songs, because there can sometimes be a level of depth to it that maybe English cannot capture.
Yes, yes, actually, and like this is one of the things that kept me running, you can say. And there's one more thing that kept me running, that which was bike riding.
Mm.
So this is one of my passions too. I like to ride bikes. I'm passionate about bikes, and I know I don't have a good bike right now. I'm soon gonna buy one, but I like to explore around the cities where, beneath the world, you can say, uh, in the South India specifically, in the North India extremes of the India specifically, and I want to travel internationally on the bike. That's one of my goals. But once I have my good own bike, I'll definitely.
So please,
Mm,
please do
yeah,
talk about
yeah,
your biking adventures. When
yeah.
did you first start, and talk about some interesting trips that you've done?
Yeah, yeah. So there are definitely some interesting trips that I've done. So the thing is, I started my bike journey, you can say. So there's a city in Karnataka called Davangere. So one of my doctor friends is was living there. So I went to meet him, and he just said, like, do you wanna ride bike? It's around 60-65 kilometers away. There's a great place. You'll like it. I said, let's do it. So we had Classic 350, Royal Enfield Classic 350 bike. So it was a good bike, although it gave you many vibrations and all, but it was a very good trip. I rode 65 kilometers up and 65 down. And again, it was an amazing feeling. So I used to ride bike, in the cities, but it's not the same feeling you get. And so I liked it very much. So what I did was, I again planned one travel with my friend, that. And again, I went to Davangere again. So while I was doing my college, I asked him, like, I want to come there and do a bike trip again. But this time a longer one, maybe. So he told me, okay, we all so he used to live in a medical college and a medical hostel. And so he asked his friends, my friend is going to come from this city, Bhopal. So I was doing my masters only, and you guys want to do a road trip with him? So they all were doctors, and they said, yes, yes, let's go to Goa. So I was like, okay, Goa seems to be an amazing place. So everybody had bike there. So everybody was very passionate about bike riding. So this is what I say, like, when you met a good vibe, or with people. So we sat on a bike on 5 a.m. in the morning, and
Wow.
we started a 350-kilometer journey one way. And I explored amazing things while in the way. So I explored Western Ghats, the Nilgiris forests, Coimbatore, not Coimbatore at that time, but yeah, Nilgiris forest was there. And like, amazing, I can't describe in words, you can say. Amazing views. And like, this whole journey, you can say, I was tired enough. But if you ask me, can we ride it more? Yes, I can.
Really?
Yeah, I was about, like, we can go on, just I need some break, but I'm very passionate about that. Then what I did was, like, we had this whole trip, and we enjoyed a lot. So all there were 12 doctors and only one IT guy, you can say. And but we did gel a lot. Like, I was not feeling that, I'm the odd one out. So yeah, they are still my good friends, you can say. And I came back, like, from that journey. And while that journey was happening, there was one incident that happened. So while I was riding the bike, there was one person sitting behind me. And I was on the highway. I was like 100 kilometers left for the medical hostel that we were going back to. And my headlights went off, and like, somehow. And the street lights also were
Oh
not there.
shit.
So I was just riding in the blank. And somewhere there's a term called death wobble.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah, 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 I've
yes,
heard of that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I had that at that time, because many of the big vehicles, when they travel near you, they just create an air vacuum. So at that time, my bike was like shaking like this at the speed of 110, you can say. And I can't put brakes on. I can't
And apparently, I think the way to get over it is to not try and
not do
stabilize it.
anything.
Yeah,
Not do anything. Just do not accelerate. Do not brake. Do
that's
not
terrifying,
just
isn't it?
yeah. That's very terrifying. And it was around 11 in the night, and no lights and all. And I was like, I don't know where I'm going. But I was like, okay, I'll just keep the bike stable and all. So that was one of the most terrifying things. And there was one very good trip that I did with the same guys, but there were less people. And we did a trip from Karnataka to Kerala via Tamil Nadu. So we stayed in Coimbatore in the night. Coimbatore, again, a very good place, to be honest. And in the Kerala, oh my god, Kerala is the place that is like amazing, amazing. Like I have seen North. North has been a very good, place that I can say. Like till that time, I was like only going with the North things. Like, oh my god, North is very beautiful and all. But when I went to Kerala, oh my god, um, Kerala is like, I can't again describe in words. Everything is so lush, green. You want to stay there. That is a place you want to stay. Like if I do retire someday, maybe. So I want a place there. I want a home there to there. I want to take my family there, and it was an amazing trip. And if you talk about any incidents that happened, yes. So we had a very good
Okay.
trip. Everything went well, and there was no issues. And by God's grace, like we had some very tiring weather also, but yeah, we were able to make it. So but there was one incident that, there were two incidents actually. I was Let me just talk about one of them. So I was like, we were traveling, and there were two bikes only, and there was again no lights were there. The rain was there. Okay, the rain was like coming from the side, so it's not straight rain, it's coming from the side. And like we were not able to, no visibility, you can say. And our hostel, we booked a hostel in Kerala. There's a place called Alapi. I may not be pronouncing it correct right now. So hostel in Kerala. So it's that hostel is pretty much near to the beach. So it's on the beach, you can say. Okay. So you are like near the Arabian Sea. You can see the Arabian Sea from there. Now what happened was, so it was 100 meters away. The hostel was 100 meters away, and we had no way to check out like where's the road, where's the everything. And somewhere like map got confused. So map was rotating, we can say. And I was like thinking where to go, where to go, where to go. And I was not able to see the front. And at that time, somewhere I heard a sound of train.
Oh my god.
A train was coming, and I don't know from where it was coming. And the rain was there, and I don't know like where to go. Whether the train is coming to me, I'm coming to the train, or something like that. And then there was a light from front, and there was a Maruti 800 car, standing in the front, and it was showing the headlights and all.
Mm.
I can see one, that barrier that railway crossings have, but I can see only the one barrier. I couldn't see the other barrier. So there are two barriers, correct, on the
Mm.
railway crossing, one on this side, one on this side. So I thought like I'm on the middle because I'm able to see the other barrier. I'm not able to see this barrier. So oh my god, it was a freaking experience, I can say. And what happened was the train sound came, and like it was coming from somewhere, I don't know. And my friends were coming from the back, and they said like, you're gonna die today, you're gonna die today. And just go away, just go. And I don't know like where I had to go. If I go back, whether I'll die, or if I go in the front or right or left, where to go, because there was no light. And like the headlight was not doing the justice because of the rain. And man, like I was so still, and in seconds the train came. Okay, in seconds, and the train came, and you won't believe what happened. The train was going from the front of our tire. Okay, it was almost touching our front tire, the bike's front tire, and it went. And I was like stuck. I was not doing anything. I was just like, I just paused. Okay, let the train go. And my friend also, me and my friend also, we were just like, okay, let the train go. And when the train went, we just took a long breath. And what happened, we were thinking about what happened, how we are not seeing the other barrier. And you know why we're not seeing the other barrier? Because we were riding the classic 350. Classic 350 has a good height. Now the barrier came actually below the headlight,
Mm.
and we were not able to see it because it was just
Yeah.
like right behind us.
Oh my gosh.
That happened, and that scared the shit out
That's
of us.
terrifying, man.
That's very
And
terrifying.
how does it make you feel when you're going on these long rides?
This man, like
Euphoria.
yeah, man, like there's a difference between a car trip and a bike trip, I can say. Some people are some car trip guys, but why I say like I like bike, because there are no windows. A car has a window. A car has a window that you can, one second, can you just So a car has a window that you can maybe turn, like shift it up, shift it down, or something like
Mm.
that. But a bike does not have a window.
Mm.
A bike is, you can see all around the world, a 360-degree experience you can get, and without any, interference in between. You don't
Mm.
have to turn on the AC. You don't have to uh, think about music, which music to put on. You don't have to think about maybe adjusting your seats or something like that. It's not like that. You just sit on a bike and just ride.
But you are at the same time quite exposed, right?
Yes, you are at the same time quite. That's the fun about it. See, many people will not like that for sure, and I totally understand this point also. It's not like I'm promoting this culture. It's just that this is my angle of seeing things, and this is there, and that may be theirs. So it's like that only. So what I like to feel, when we wear glasses, it's like similar thing. When we wear glasses, uh, things are actually visible to us. Maybe you can say. But have you experienced like off the glasses? It's something different. Sometimes you wanna feel some things without the glasses
Mm.
only. So that's something like that. Maybe I'm not able to explain these things very quietly good, but yeah, these are one of the things. Like, I don't want to see my city travel or my office travel. Oh my god, this is a very beautiful travel. Well, I'm traveling to office, this is a very beautiful ride. No, I don't see that as a beautiful ride. But yeah, when I travel for the nature, when I travel for the experiences, when I travel with friends, then I want to see the world. you know uh,
What's next on your list in terms of a trip that you'd like to do in India and also an overseas one?
Yeah, so one of the trips that I've been admiring to do was Leh Ladakh trip.
Uh-huh.
So the thing is, I've got many chances to do that till now, but my only one condition was I want to do that on my own bike. So till now, I've not been able to buy my own good bike that can do the travels. But yeah, so this is one of my list in India, and for the outside, I want to travel to Australia, specifically overseas on my bike, whatever I purchase, or maybe you can say in future. And I have read about all the process that you need to do while you ship your bike to Australia or something, while you are riding it to overseas or countries, something like that. So yes, I want to travel world on my bike. I want to make some vlogs around it. Maybe you can say I have bought a GoPro for that only. I'm not able to use it because for obvious reasons, but yeah, yeah, these are my admired trips, you can say.
And one last question is
Yeah.
on this topic, do you have any tips for someone who's looking to do something like what you're doing? Interstate, bike travel.
Yeah, you want like any tips? Okay. So what I can say is, like, if you are thinking about it,
Yeah.
just I guess execute it, or try to execute it. It's
Mm.
not just like, oh, you are liking it, so you have to find good people to ride with or something like that. Good people will come along the way. You just have to initiate it. Sometimes, one of my good friends said you have to initiate things. That's a lot of better chance you can take, because uh, if you think about it and do not execute it, it's of no use. Trust me, it's of no use.
Mm.
So implementation is the most idealistic part, you can say, here. And like, always ride safe, ride with gears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, wear helmet at the back
You
also.
go on the death roll. What's it called
you
again?
you know that wobble on, wear helmet at the back also, guys. Okay, and yeah, if you find someone to travel with, that's
That's
the
better,
best.
right? Because you
Yeah,
can look out for each other, be
yeah,
buddies and stuff.
and it's good to travel with at least one more person,
Mm-hmm.
because if you maybe occur to some situation, or a critical situation, you might have someone to help you out with.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, but yeah,
That's awesome.
and try it
So
out.
we've talked about two very interesting topics today.
Yeah.
First is poetry, your love for poetry, which is
Yes.
very interesting because a lot of people nowadays don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
So on that topic, I really hope that you are able to publish something, even
Thank
a
you so much.
small book or something,
Yeah.
because just from what you recited, I found it beautiful. Really
Thank you so
beautiful and
much.
very poetic. So I feel like there's a lot of potential there.
Yeah.
And number two is your love for bike riding. So I really hope that we can see some content with
Yeah.
vlogs and stuff. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
it's
man.
very interesting what you're doing, and you can document it, and other people can appreciate it.
Thank you
If
so
people
much.
want to find you, where can they find you? I'll put in the description.
Yeah. So my Instagram username is Jaitly underscore Shubham. So Jaitly Shubham, and I guess you'll put it in
Yeah,
your
I'll put it.
links or description also. And yes, you can find me with the same first name and second name on the LinkedIn. Yes, I
Mhm.
guess that works.
Awesome. And normally there's a closing tradition on this chat
Yeah, yeah.
series. We basically ask, or I ask, one piece of advice that you'd like to give for someone who's listening, something that they might find useful.
Okay, so one advice that I want to give is, so I say, whether what kind of person you are, it does not matter. And like, you may think that you might be the best person, or you might be the worst person in life, or sometimes you can think of that. That's fine. But always remember, there are some people above you, then there are some people behind you also. So appreciate what you have. Maybe there are a lot of people not having the chances that you are living with, or maybe they are dreaming about the situation that you are currently living in.
Uh-huh.
So there's a lot a person's life should says. And I say nobody is crazy again, where you can't again understand someone, fully understand someone.
Mhm.
Maybe you don't know the other person's life, because you can't be in other person's shoes anytime.
Mhm.
So appreciate what you have. Try to understand more about the other people, I can say. Because if somebody is with you, try to understand their situations, what they are going with. And yeah, deal life enjoyfully, and have a calm and peaceful life in future,
Thank you
I
so
can
much
say.
for your time, Shubham.
Thank you so
Really
much.
appreciate it. Take care.
Appreciate, man.